Hi, I will be discussing the benefits of riparian buffers, methods for their installation, and how to perform proper maintenance on your buffer. A riparian buffer is very simply a vegetated strip of land alongside of water. They are beneficial to any body of water, but they are the simplest and one of the most highly effective ways of improving stream health, which is why I'm going to focus my discussion on stream riparian buffers. When it rains, stormwater runoff carries pollutants, things like fertilizers, manure, car fluids, and loose soil downhill. If there is nothing to stop and absorb this runoff, all of the pollutants get deposited right into the stream. A riparian buffer, particularly a forested riparian buffer, has the ability to stop or at least slow down the flow of water, absorb it, and break down the chemicals, preventing harmful effects. A successful riparian buffer can minimize flooding, prevent erosion, absorb nutrients, improve wildlife and fisheries habitat, and stabilize stream banks. A riparian buffer will immediately have a positive effect on the stream, but full benefit will not be achieved until the trees have matured. A buffer of any size is better than none at all, but the environmental benefits multiply as more trees are planted. The longer each individual riparian buffer project is, the greater the positive effect on the stream because more bank area is protected. Since nutrient capture and removal is an important aspect in terms of protecting stream health, it is recommended that riparian buffers be at least 100 feet wide, the width necessary for this benefit to be at its greatest potential. However, land use priorities, landscape, and financial capability are also factors that determine riparian buffer width, so most funding programs have a small width requirement. Anyone can plant a riparian buffer on their streamside property. If the area you have to work with is small, it is probably best to reach out to your local conservation district and local watershed organizations. Between the two, they might be able to provide contacts for volunteer organizations that could help you plant your buffer and potentially offer a source of free trees. Of course, buying and planting the trees on your own is another option. At the very least, leave an unmowed grass buffer along your stream bank if planting trees is not an option. Your local conservation district and your local Chesapeake Bay buffer specialist are both able to help with larger and more extensive buffers. These contacts can help find funding through cost share programs that will help cover the cost of purchasing and planting several acres worth of trees. Once all of the planning is taken care of and funds established, it is time to actually begin planting the trees. If it is a larger project, getting volunteer groups to help plant can save a lot of time and energy, although your chosen cost share program may also pay for a contractor to plant the trees. The concept of riparian buffer is simple. Plant trees, let them grow, protect the stream. The reality is, it is often harder to get the trees to survive and grow than one would think. Maintenance is crucial, particularly for the first 3 years after the trees are planted, to create a better chance for tree survival. Deer like to eat young trees, voles can chew through their trunks, invasive weeds can choke them out, and floods can knock over and damage them. Tree tubes and stakes are used to protect the trees from damage, while mowing and herbicide application needs to be done to keep grass and weeds from overtaking the trees and to eliminate vole habitat. Once the trees are big enough and past the fragile seedling stage, the tubes will need to be removed. Success rates are much higher when maintenance is performed correctly, so cost share programs might also fund the maintenance of a buffer. A newly planted buffer will not be able to withstand the damage caused by livestock that are allowed full access to a stream, so installing fencing to restrict access will be necessary. Cost is generally a big concern for anyone thinking about, doing anything. Planting a riparian buffer, as discussed previously, can greatly improve stream health. Depending on your land, its uses, and the cost share program you enroll in, establishing a riparian buffer might also be cost effective. Certain programs give the landowner monthly rental payments for keeping the land in a more natural state. For more information on riparian buffers and how to get started establishing one on your property, contact your local county conservation district or a Chesapeake Bay buffer field specialist. Check out the links throughout this presentation for more information. Remember, every little bit helps.